What's up, shit? Timmons here. With the new Jennifer Lawrence film coming out this week called Die My Love, I decided to go ahead and do my top 10 favorite Jennifer Lawrence movies. Because, I mean, obviously, she's always incredible. She's an Oscar winning actress. She's been in countless really cool films. So, here is my official top 10. Number 10 is a recent one, simply titled Causeway. Now, Causeway stars Jennifer Lawrence as a U.S. soldier who struggles to adjust a civilian life after suffering a brain injury, forming forming a healing friendship with a man facing his own emotional scars. And Lawrence's character is very quiet, introspective, and it is a little slow. I meant a little slow burn, but it is still really good performance she's put out. I think it. I think she could have easily got an Oscar nomination, but that didn't really happen there. Um, Her chemistry with Brian Tyree Henry is really good. She gets really like I thought this was like one of her better performances she's done for quite some time, and she did a good job of that one. All right, coming in at number 9 is Like Crazy. Of course, Like Crazy was directed by Drake Dormas. It is about a British student and her American boyfriend who falls in love, but are separated by visa issues here. And it stars like the late Anton Yelchin. You also do got Felicity Jones, and here you got Jennifer Lawrence who plays Sam, who's a kind-hearted American woman caught in the middle of the eccentric couple's complicated love story. Now, of course, Jennifer Lawrence has worked with Anton Yelchin again in the Mel Gibson film The Beaver. Really underrated little film, by the way. Like Crazy is a really terrific one. Great performances by Elchin. Jones is great. Lawrence is terrific in this one. The cinematography is really good. Really, a really nice film that is well worth watching there. All right, number 8 is Don't Look Up. Don't Look Up, of course, was directed by Adam McKay, starring Leonardo DiCaprio, Jennifer Lawrence, about these two astronomers who discovers a comet heading for Earth and struggles to one distracted world here. You had some good cast members. You had Jonah Hill, Kate Blanchett, Ariana Grande was in this one. Some other really great additions as well. Um, Tyler Perry was even in this. It's such a really cool one. Great performance by Lawrence. Her chemistry with Leonardo DiCaprio is really good. They're also doing another film together with Martin Scorsese, so that's pretty cool too. So I mean, not a bad film to say the least. A really interesting, hilarious film that's well worth a watch there. Number 7 is Joy. Now, of course, Joy was directed by David O. Russo, who obviously she's worked with countless of times. Now, this, of course, is inspired by Joe Megano, who's the inventor of the Miracle Mop. And Jennifer Lawrence, I think gave a really good performance here. I think she actually scored a couple of one recognitions. Could be wrong there. But of course, you do got Robert De Niro, the late actress Diane Ladd, Edgar Ramirez, Bradley Cooper. I mean, Lawrence really embodies this role perfectly. She's a really wonderful. She plays a wonderful mother here. She does such a really wonderful, a really good, powerful performance that's well worth watch there. I mean, I know David Russell. I mean, he's obviously a little controversial nowadays, but he has put out some really good stuff as well. And Joy was one of them. Obviously, I got two other David Russell movies on this list. All right, number 6 is No Hard Feelings. This movie is hilarious. I mean, definitely one of the funniest comedies of the 2020s, in my opinion. It stars Jennifer Lawrence as this down on her luck woman who is hired by wealthy parents to, date their socially awkward 19-year-old son before he goes to college. And she obviously, gets really raunchy in this here. This is pretty much like her version of Bad Teacher in a weird way. And of course, her chemistry with the on-screen kid in this, played by Andrew Feldman, is really good. It is a really hilarious. I mean, really shows off Lawrence's comedic chops. I mean, by the way, before she became a big known star, she actually had comedic chops before because you guys might remember she was also on the Bill Engvall show. I feel like hardly no one talks about that series, but that was actually I think like her first her first major big break into acting really. But anyway, No Hard Feelings is a really hilarious one that's well worth watch there. All right, hopefully she'll do another comedy someday. But all right, number five, the one that put her on the map and got her first Oscar nomination at the age of 20, by the way. Number five is Winter's Bone. Winter's Bone was, of course, directed by Deborah Granik, starring John Hawkes. And you got Jennifer Lawrence, who plays this teenager in Ozarks, who must find her missing father to save her family from eviction here. And Jennifer Lawrence, John Hawkes, who, by the way, John Hawkes is very underrated, but it's something how he literally started not one but two films that was like that pretty much was a breakout star of a big star because he was also in Martha Boston May Marlene, which was a breakout role for Elizabeth Olsen, who will go on to be a bigger star down the line, and obviously Winter's Bone. So that's I gotta say it's pretty funny there. But yeah, Winter's Bone. If you guys never seen it, highly recommend that. All right. Number four, I'm actually going to go with the Hunger Games franchise. Now, I'm just going to go with all of them. I'm not really going to separate, Hunger Games here, Hunger Games there. I'm just putting them all in one here. And I really think the Hunger Games franchise are pretty decent. Of course, obviously, you got Jennifer Lawrence, who plays Katniss Everdeen, who's a courageous, resourceful heroine who becomes a symbol of resistance and one of like her major bigger roles really. The one that obviously the one that really fully put her on the map for most people and really made her a full on movie star. Obviously Josh Hutcherson, Liam Hemsworth, Woody Harrelson. You got some other great cast members, but Jennifer Lawrence really shined here and a well deserving performance of hers. All right, number three, I'm actually gonna go with the X Men franchise, particularly the first two. Actually, I'm just gonna go with X Men First Class and Days of Future Past. I mean, Apocalypse and Dark Phoenix. I mean, Apocalypse actually wasn't so bad, really. I mean, it has its flaws, but the first two is just the better ones. I mean, of course, you got Jennifer Lawrence who plays Mystique, the shape shifting mutant torn between loyalty to Xavier's dream of a coexistence and all. And some people actually did not really quite like Jennifer Lawrence's portrayal of Mystique. I actually did. I mean, not gonna lie, I even think she plays the part a little better than Rebecca Romaine did. I know that's unpopular to say, but I really thought she did a good job. I mean, I know even Jennifer Lawrence had came out and say that she did not really like the role herself either, so there's that. But yeah, I still really thought she embodied the role pretty well. I mean, if they were to ever announce that she'll come back as a Mystique in I don't know, Avengers Doomsday sequel was, I wouldn't complain at all, but I don't think that's it. I don't think we're ever gonna see the this generation X Men in ever again. But anyway, coming in at number two is American Hustle. Now, of course, you do. This is directed by the aforementioned David O. Russell, starring Christian Bale, Amy Adams, Bradley Cooper, and stars Jennifer Lawrence as Rosalind Rosenfeld, the unpredictable wild wife of Christian Bale's character. And of course, she actually got an Oscar nomination for her performance here as well. I know Jennifer Lawrence really gave a good performance here. Amy Adams was terrific. Of course, David O. Russell, obviously coming off of another Jennifer Lawrence movie I'll talk about here in a bit. I mean, again, David O. Russell nowadays is controversial, whatever. But again, he is a pretty good director, and he actually did a good job with directing this one. And yeah, American Hustle is a really terrific one. That's well worth a watch there. And my number one favorite Jennifer Lawrence film is the one that got her Oscar. I mean, before Mikey Madison came around and won an Oscar in her early 20s, that actually was broke. And before that, it was Jennifer Lawrence who actually won an Oscar at I think she was like 21 or 22 at the time. I can't remember how old she was at the time there. But of course, like Silver Linings Playbook is excellent. One of the best movies of that year, in my opinion. You got Jennifer Lawrence, Bradley Cooper here. Where of course you got Bradley Cooper who plays Pat, who tries to rebuild his life. And reconciles with like his estranged wife, And he meets Tiffany, played by Lawrence, a young widow with her own struggles, and together they form an unlikely bond here. And Jennifer Lawrence and Bradley Cooper, like their dance sequence is pretty interesting. A well deserving Oscar win. You know, you also do got other good performances like Robert De Niro, Jackie Weaver, Chris Tucker was in this one, Julia Stiles. It's such a wonderful film. Hilarious at times, heartfelt, gets dramatic at times as well. It's a really wonderful film, and if you guys never seen it, highly recommend that. Again, like I said before, David Russell nowadays is controversial, but he has made some pretty good films, and Civil Lines Playbook is of course one of them, and a well-deserved Oscar win for Jennifer Lawrence in my opinion. But that's pretty much it there. Here is my quick rundown. Number 10, Causeway. 9, Like Crazy. 8, Don't Look Up. 7, Joy. 6, No Hard Feelings. 5, Winter's Bone. 4, The Hunger Games. 3, X-Men First Class. 2, American Hustle. And number 1 is Civil Lines Playbook. Now, there's a few other ones she's been in as well. Uh, I, some of her other stuff hasn't been the best, like Mother. That movie was horrible. Red Sparrow, also terrible. Serena, also with Bradley Cooper, that wasn't so great. The Beaver, I actually quite liked that. That was actually not a bad little film. The Burning Palm was okay. Let's see. The Poker House, Garden Party, and also anyway, let me let you guys. What is some of your favorite Jennifer Lawrence films? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Timmy Sire.